Hello. There's considerable evidence of the cult importance attaching to horses in prehistoric Britain. Optically stimulated luminescence dating, a scientific method of measuring the energy trapped in sediments when they were last exposed to daylight, has revealed the white horse chalk figure on the Berkshire Downs was cut no later than 550 BC. At 110 metres in length, this highly visual symbol was clearly chosen as an identifying statement, most probably a tribal symbol associated with the people occupying Uffington Castle, a nearby Iron Age hill fort, perhaps with a ritualistic function. Whether the figure is a horse has been questioned. A dragon is among alternative suggestions, but it is so similar in design to the stylized depictions of horses on Iron Age coins, and the gait is so typically equine, that most accept it is a horse. As to its possible ritual function, one theory, based on an alignment that ensures the sun overtakes the chalk figure at midwinter, suggests it represents a mythical solar horse that carries the sun across the sky in a chariot. Horse trappings have been found alongside valuable items, including weapons, in ritual deposits of votive offerings made at sacred spots, for example at Middleby in Dumfries and Galloway and Clinkerrigback on Anglesey. Prestige items such as shields, swords and helmets featuring images of horses are further proof of the status enjoyed by horses in prehistory. Bronze roundels at each end of the Iron Age Witham shield, found in the River Witham near Lincoln and now in the British Museum, are decorated with horses' heads. The first coins in Britain, Gallo-Belgic gold staters, imported in the mid-2nd century BC, and locally struck coins from the 1st century BC, inspired by the design of Greek coins, feature a stylized horse. It will have been a deliberate choice. Coin designs were carefully chosen to make a clear statement about those who issued them. Alexander the Great had the head of Zeus, king of the Greek gods and ruler of Mount Olympus, on the reverse of most of his silver coinage. In Celtic Gallo mythology, Epona, a goddess typically depicted riding a mare, was associated with fertility and also as a protector of horses. Absorbed into the Roman pantheon, she was the only Celtic deity to acquire traction in Rome itself, acquiring widespread rather than simply local significance, and was adopted as patroness by the Roman Imperial Horse Guard and the Roman cavalry. It's possible the Uffington White Horse is connected to the worship of Epona. White horses held a particularly special place in legend. In the Mabinogion, a collection of early Welsh folk tales first written down in the Middle Ages from oral tradition, the beautiful Rhiannon rides a white horse faster than any other. Some 30 chariot or cart burials have been excavated in Britain, the majority in East Yorkshire, dating from the 5th century BC to the 2nd century AD. Most vehicles were dismantled, but a couple were intact, informing experimental work to reconstruct and road test a chariot of the period. Horse skeletons associated with the burials are typically pairs of animals, and at around 11 hands, that is 3 feet 8 inches at the withers, the ridge between the shoulder blades, relatively small. By modern definition, ponies. Unlike this imaginative reconstruction of a Celtic war chariot, on display in the Celtic Museum at Helene near Salzburg in Austria, practical trials with chariots based on archaeological evidence suggest that while a passenger might stand gripping the side of the vehicle, charioteers were probably seated. The first chariot burial discovered in Wales followed the finding of parts of horse harness of exceptional quality by a metal detectorist in 2018. Excavation of the site revealed a chariot burial dating to the time of the Roman invasion of Britain in AD 43. Decorative bronze and enamel horse trappings found with chariot burials is confirmation that these vehicles were prized possessions in which their owners took great pride. When Julius Caesar led a foray into Britain in 54 BC, He found himself up against a force of some 4,000 war chariots and was greatly impressed by the quality of British horses and the dexterity with which chariots were employed in battle. Horses during the period of Roman occupation will be my topic next time. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons and click on the notification bell to be informed when the next video is available, or you can subscribe by clicking on the rose window over my shoulder.